Hey everybody, a big welcome back to sadly what is gonna be my last DJI flight vlog. Womp womp womp. For the year, that is. New Year starts in 2 days, and what I will be bringing more, plenty more. And I want to take time to point out that this has been my biggest year on YouTube, and I just want to thank you all for making that a reality. I gained so many subscribers and views this year. It has really just been amazing, and I really appreciate all the hard work people have taken to, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Really feel that we're like a bunch of friends on here. A lot of you I actually talked to on Facebook. If you haven't added me on there, go ahead and do it. It's really cool being able to chat with you guys on there and kind of learn and where you guys are and what you do and all that, and you guys get a little bit of insight into my life because I do put little things on there that don't make it to YouTube. I guess I'll address the people that don't even know what the hell they're watching. They've just come to my video for the first time. My name's Mike, and I like to do flight vlogs with my drone. I also do saltwater aquarium videos and off-road and truck videos, maybe dirt biking, whatever. I like fun stuff and bringing that fun stuff to you guys so you can all enjoy it. And yeah, it's a great time for everybody. I guess I should mention this is actually the third attempt at doing the voiceover for this vlog. The first time a buddy called, and I was only a minute into it, so I deleted that. Then I actually recorded the whole thing, 18 minutes worth. And yeah, when I went to play it back, for some reason it didn't actually record, so I don't know what the hell happened. But here we go. Third time's going to be a charm. I can see that it's recording. And let me tell you where we're at here, first of all. I guess it's not first of all, we're already like 2 minutes into it. But anyways, we are in Playa del Carmen area of Mexico. This was on a recent vacation I had down there. And I'm flying from my resort, which was the Grand Sunset Princess and Grand Sunset Riviera. They're kind of like two resorts in one. And they were fantastic, by the way. I've got some other footage, nice close-ups of the hotel. You should check that out when you're done with this video. I think you'll like it. It was some of my favorite work that I've done. And here we are. We're flying across. It's quite the distance. I was heading over to this town or village or neighborhood, whatever, to go check it out. I never got the chance to head over there. I'm kind of one of those guys when I'm on a resort, I like to take the bike out and leave the resort. You know what I mean? Like one of their bikes that you can borrow for the day or whatever. But sadly, that was one of the downsides to the resort. There wasn't too many down things, but that was one, is that they didn't have bicycles. So I didn't bother going over here because that's actually like 2 kilometers away, and I'm way too lazy to walk 2 kilometers down there. You know what I mean? I'd much rather ride a bike. So I take the lazy way, which is fly the drone there. And it looks like a pretty neat little town. I did this last year from a different resort, and it was a bit of a different town. It was kind of like a rundown town, and this is definitely a lot nicer. You can see they've got some pools. Those look like, I'm guessing, like community pools of sorts. I'm not sure if these are like condo houses or what the deal is, but anyway, you can see what I mean, though. They all have like a community theme thing going on there, and they're looks like they're extending the town. I'll tell you what I was up to on this flight. I was actually attempting to, as I was flying out here, I end up noticing what looked like a cross on a building, like a church or whatever. So at some point I'm going to start aiming towards it, thinking, hey, that'd be cool, fly down to that. But unfortunately, I guess I had some line of sight issues. When you saw I took off, you could see that I had to pass over some trees. I was below the tree level just for where I was. And so I'll end up actually running into some signal problems at some point here. It's going to cut out on me. And before it does that, though, we're going to get to see the soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, being played there. I didn't notice the players on the field at the time, or I totally would have buzzed them and got a better shot of that. That would have been sweet, and they probably would have loved it too. I don't think they see too many drones, but it was a nice field anyway. So you can see where I'm heading here, and then all of a sudden I'm going to hit the brakes. Boom, nah, time to stop. Wasn't intentional. Very quickly, though, it goes return to home. You can see how far we've actually come now, hopefully. Like, I'm out by that ocean almost, right? So the resort backed onto the ocean. So anyhow, it's going to start coming back, and then I'm going to, once I regain control right here, I'm like, nope, forget that. and all that means is that we have to lift up to try to get there. So pop her up a little bit higher and then attempt to continue my mission. Unfortunately, I do not make it. It just wasn't meant to be, I guess, so it's going to kill it again here on me, and this time when it starts coming home, though, I just say forget it and go for a cruise. I think those houses in front of me there look a lot smaller. Unfortunately, I didn't get to have a good view of them, but I still don't think they're quite where the houses at the neighborhood from last year were, but um, yeah, you'd have to check out that video if you haven't seen it. It was pretty cool. I followed like some Mexican police in their truck, and that was fun. Man, we had a blast down there. I'll tell you, I wish I could, just snap my fingers and boom, be right back. It's going to be a while though. We definitely would go back. Although I don't know, you guys tell me how you feel. Put some input in. Anyone on here that goes vacationing, would you go back to the same place, or would you, even though you had a great time, would you continue to still just go somewhere new just to try something else? It's kind of it's a catch-22, right? Because I like to explore new places. Like we've been talking about Dominican or Costa Rica or something like that, you know what I mean? But we've had two great trips to Mexico, a not so great trip to Cuba, and Cuba is not really that friendly for drones anyway. Well, I got you here. I'll tell you. There's a guy I watch on here. He's a guy from Toronto, and he does some website stuff. Anyway, his name on here is A Nerd's World. A Nerd's World. Go ahead, check him out. He's got a video up. He was on the news and everything. He brought his drone to Cuba and was flying it no problem for a few days, and then he decided to go fly in Havana at like Revolution Square or something. And he ended up having the military police come and snag him and locked him up for 13 days in the old slammer. And it's quite the story anyway. If you go check it out, it's definitely worth a watch. I think his video is like 25 minutes or something while he explains it all. But it's very enjoyable. So check that out. I would still bring my drone to Cuba though. Like I didn't the first trip, but I decided that if I do go back, I would bring it. I'd bring my Mavic. I would just be smart with it, I think. You know what I mean? Because other people have gotten away with it. I would, probably keep it around my resort, or you've just got to be a genius. I'll tell you right now how you do this, and I shouldn't tell you this because it's maybe not legal in all areas, or you know what I mean, gray, whatever. But let's just say I was right there in this little neighborhood where that truck's going out. Okay, so I'm right there. I want to go fly over a neighborhood, and I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know if I should do that. So what I would do would be very low, take off, get out over those trees right there, get out into the middle of the jungle, and then pop it up to like 300 meters, something like that, just straight up. But you don't do it right over your head. You do it out over something else, like go a couple hundred yards away first. That way, if anyone did see it, they're looking wherever it went up, and you're nowhere near there. And then you pop it up, get it like 300 meters or so in the air, which is really high, but you do that because you can't see it from the ground at that height. Then you fly over to whatever it is you want to see, go down, fly over, check it out, all that. And then boom, zip back up to 300, 350 meters so that it can't be, it's not visible, and you just redo it. But then try to come down in a completely different spot and then buzzing along the tops of the trees to get back to drop down wherever you are. That is how you get away with stuff like that. Just because, you know what, and a good example actually is when I did it. I have a video on my channel a few weeks ago I posted when I snuck it into an amusement park there in Mexico. That's pretty well exactly what I did. I buzzed along the top of the canopy of like a forest or jungle. I don't know what you call it, but for us from Canada, it looks like a jungle. I don't know if Mexicans call it that, though. They may just call it the forest. But anyhow, and that's what I did, though. I flew it out over that, like up above over like a parking lot and stuff. Then I put it up in the air, went around for my flight, and I brought it back the same way. That way they couldn't just be like, oh, there he is, because there he is was like over a parking lot with nobody around. So anyway, that's just my tip of the day, how to get away with flying maybe when you shouldn't. So don't count that as my tip. Just say you Googled that shit. So here we are. We're cruising around another neighborhood. I got to tell you, I'm grateful to live in Canada. I was born in a great country. Don't get me wrong, I love it. Our healthcare is, I know it's one of those things that some people think is great, some people think is terrible. I myself, I think it's great. I'm very thankful for it. If I get hurt, it doesn't cost me anything to get it fixed. Whatever, I break my leg, I break my arm, I could go in there and chop my own hand off on purpose with a machete, and they would end up sewing it back on and put me on disability for being crazy. So then I wouldn't even have to work anyway. But I'm just saying it is a good system. But I kind of sometimes wish I was born somewhere like this because I love tropical shit. Sorry for my language there. I'm just that passionate about it. I love palm trees. I love the ocean. The jungle. I would have loved nothing more than to have a bike and go for a ride down this dirt road there that we're seeing. But unfortunately, I got some snow and cold wind and all that crap going on here. That's what we get here in the winter. It's not very nice. Here I'm coming down now at this golf course, which I kind of wish I had done another flight at the golf course because it would have been nice to actually check out the whole thing for my golfing fans out there. But I was really hoping that I would see a golfer. Not to say troll them, but I totally, if I saw one, I would have trolled them. You know what I mean? I would have just sat there buzzing around, just bugging them and shit. So, but unfortunately, that just couldn't be. I don't know. Such a beautiful, beautiful day in a beautiful neighborhood and a beautiful golf course, and not a single damn person playing golf. I don't know what's wrong with people some days. But there we are, back looking around. I was actually just looking. I was like, I wonder, is there anybody? Like, come on, hello. But there wasn't. I'll tell you a little bit about the area there. So our resort is actually kind of right behind me now on the video. I was saying it was the Princess Resorts. Anyway, it's got like a swamp area down by the ocean, and it's got like alligator signs warning you of alligators or crocodiles, whatever it was. I think it was alligators. We didn't see any, but I'll tell you what, the swamp really stunk. And it's crazy when you're out in the ocean. If you go out to the ocean at, I'm guessing, low tide, the water sucks out of the swamp and actually comes out little underground holes under, like in the beach, in the ground at the beach. And you can actually feel the cold water, like it gets cold, I guess, from traveling underground, coming out of the ground in the ocean, and it stinks like sulfur. So I didn't hang around it too long, but it was pretty sweet, kind of how it does that, and it's got like all this black crap coming out. First I thought they were flushing the toilet, but then I realized what it was. Over here, I'm gonna kind of just pass by another resort that they're actually, it seemed like they were still building it. I don't think it's actually open yet. It had like all construction workers and everything, and I probably should have buzzed down at them and said hi. They probably would have loved that, but I didn't think of it at the time, so we don't get that. Look at how beautiful that water is. And then I go and I look out my window and it's like all like brown branches and snow on the ground and it's cold. That's what, part of these videos are for you guys. And then part of it's actually for me. I come back and I'll watch all this and, and just enjoy. And I've still got some more footage from down there to upload. We got our trip to Xcaret, so I got all the animals and some good stuff there, some snorkeling with the fish, and you can hear dolphins chitter-chattering and whatnot. So I got all that. There's little old me standing on the front lawn there. I don't know if you see me in the middle of the screen, basically, but there somewhere. But yeah, so I've got some of that, and I got some video from Playa del Carmen walking around there. And I'm going to be doing my full review on the hotel, which, spoiler alert, we love the hotel. And here we go. We're going to go zipping by. And I can't believe I don't lose signal on this. Okay, first I'm going to back up because, you got to have that dramatic approach. And so that's what I was going for here. So I'm going to back up, and then I'm going to come to a nice buzz by. And while I'm doing that, actually, we'll talk about, a lot of times people will ask me about how do they get big on YouTube. Well, first of all, I'll say I'm not too big. I'm very grateful to have, I've got 10,555 subscribers, and that's amazing. I love it. Never would have thought that. But, on YouTube standards, I'm not a big YouTuber, but I'll tell you the secret is, for me, was enjoy it. Enjoy what you're doing. Make videos about something you like. You won't see me making videos about how to recycle used soup cans, and the reason being is that I don't enjoy that. So make videos about something that you're passionate about. That's the very first thing. And even if it's not something that you're like, if it's something that angers you, that works too. It's just you got to have that passion for whatever it is you're filming. So that would be my first tip. Second would be to upload a lot. A lot, a lot of people will upload a handful of videos. They might do 5 or 10 or even 20, and they'll say, "Well, I've only got 7 subscribers. It's not working." For most people on YouTube, it isn't overnight, and it takes a lot of work, or a lot. For me, it's not necessarily a lot of work, but a lot of time. It's been years and years that I've been on here, and I still, to this day, I'll get videos that only get a handful of views. You know what I mean? Not everything is for everybody. Um, so I would say that, and then try to be different. When I started doing flight vlogs, I didn't know of anybody else that was doing that. It was just kind of one of those things. I thought I'd explain where I was, and people seem to enjoy it, and so now I've been doing it ever since. But so you know what? Maybe that's something that you would enjoy doing. I know a few of you have actually kind of taken my lead and have been doing it too. I do sit and watch a lot of your videos in the evening. I don't really watch TV. I'll sit and watch YouTube. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll actually know that I liked your videos, because that's when I click like, it sends a tweet. So a bunch of the people that actually do follow me on Twitter from here on YouTube get to see that I actually do watch and like their videos. Unfortunately, I don't comment on them too often, just because I can't comment on the Xbox. That means I got to get the computer. But I'm enjoying watching all your guys' videos from around the world, and yeah, you know what I mean? The main thing, though, if you want to be successful on YouTube, is have fun with it. Don't do it for the money. I don't do this for the money. I make a few bucks on it, but it's definitely not for the money. I do it because I enjoy my drone, I enjoy my fish tank, I enjoy going off-roading in my truck, or dirt biking, or whatever else it is. I never sit and say, what could I film to make money today? Do I justify buying, say, a Mavic based on the fact that I will make the money back on YouTube? Yes, I do. That was obviously a factor I thought about when I bought the Mavic. I was like, okay, well, I've definitely paid for my other drone with my videos, so. And I will be buying the P4 Pro at some point, and same thing. I know that I will eventually get my money back on the videos, but I don't do this for the money. I do it because I enjoy it, and that's the main thing. You guys get out there and do what you enjoy. If you're just starting out, maybe your videos are just going to be flying in circles at the park. And, if that's where you got to get your practice and get comfortable, that's it. Just do that. But work up towards something that you enjoy. Find fun stuff to do. Maybe talk about it. Maybe find free music to put in it. Make sure it's royalty free so you can get paid off of it. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little Mexican flight here. I know I enjoyed taking the flight, and so hopefully if you stuck around this long, you must have enjoyed some of it. And if you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a like on the little button below, it really helps me grow my channel, and let's keep those subscribers growing, and I'll keep the content coming. And that's it. I want to wish you all a very happy and safe New Year's. It is December 30th today, so right around the corner, like tomorrow's New Year's Eve. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. And look at me actually doing the recording properly this time. Yeah, I can see my audio line there. Man, that's awesome. Happy New Year, guys. Happy droning. Fly safe and have fun.